W sierpniu bieżącego roku
This year in August, the group of 18 teachers from the Maria Dąbrowska Secondary School in Sieradz took part in the foreign mobility of the educational staff project, which has been founded from the power project Knowledge Education Development called Through Foreign Languages to the Success. The teachers' journey was preceded by 3-month language and culture preparation organized in our school. The institution which organized our fortnight course was the International Project Center in Exeter in Devon County in Great Britain. Our teachers were divided into 4 groups according to the level of their language skills. The priority of the course was, of course, to improve the language skills, but also to get to know the English culture, history, and the educational system. During the classes, we were divided into 12-person groups. Undoubtedly, it was a huge advantage that we have an opportunity to get familiar with a little bit different English. I mean speaking English with citizens of different countries, like, for example, with Hungarians, Italians, Spanish arts, or Turks was an enormous challenge. At the beginning, there were some troubles with mutual understanding, but centrally it was a really valuable experience. Our classes were given by professional coaches from IPC. Each of them was extremely creative, in spite of age difference in age. My teacher, for example, was 26, whereas my maths about 60. We had great living conditions. We were accommodated in University campus, which was such a beautiful place. I also need to mention that people in there were very nice and helpful. The integral part of the project were numerous of trips. Except for looking around Exeter, we visit, for example, Bath, the place where we could admire the original Roman baths, or a fantastic trip to the picturesque Cornwall. And the most interesting was Tintagel. Tintagel is a small village situated on the Atlantic coast of Cornwall. The village and nearby Tintagel Castle are associated with the legends about King Artur and the Knights of the Round Table. Except for having an opportunity to meet such beautiful place, we also improved our language skills because guides were only speaking in English. The coping of our 2-week stay in United Kingdom was a trip to London at the last weekend. We stayed in the neighborhood of Kensington Palace. Of course, we visited the most important places in the capital of the United Kingdom, like, for example, Buckingham Palace, London Eye, Big Ben, or Tower Bridge. However, the most incredible experience was that we could spend Saturday evening at the Prince Edward Theatre and see a musical Miss Saigon. For most of us, it was the first time we could go through something like this. I'm sure that all of us will make use of this experience, skills and knowledge in different ways, because teachers who took part in this enterprise are completely various. I mean, they have different specialties, and of course each of us had different needs and expectations. For sure, it's much easier for us to explain, to list or pronounce English words, which the core curriculum is full of. We should also remember that we are vocational school, and nowadays English is something common in such subjects. What I found really optimistic is the fact that each participant, of course, keep learning English. Moreover, they express a desire to take part in another courses that will surely improve their methods of teaching. Especially that, as I mentioned, we had a chance to get to know methods from different countries as well. Undoubtedly, teachers who took part in this undertaking improved their job experience. and meet new people and culture. Even though we still don't feel too much confident when it comes to expressing our thought in English, I'm sure we are on a good way to achieve really satisfying level someday. Osiągnąć taki naprawdę zadowalający poziom.
Okay, now we are going to practice some kind of role play in a natural hotel environment situation. So I need one receptionist and 2 hotel guests, and you are going to use the vocabulary that you have learned before. Any volunteers?
Welcome to the Zagraniczna hotel. How may I help you today?
Good morning. I and my wife want to check in.
Do you have a reservation?
No, we don't.
What type of room would you like?
We want a double room with bath.
For how long?
For tonight.
Okay, this room is available. That's
Available.
right, available. Can I take your documents, please?
Okay. Here you are.
Okay, if it's okay, this is room 202. We wish a nice stay in our hotel.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a great job. Zajęcia nasze były bardzo różnorodne, ponieważ our classes were extremely diverse and various, as we paid a lot of attention to the British culture and also of the other English-speaking countries. Besides, we were practicing many communication skills, such as different language games that can help students with improving their communication. Of course, we are about to introduce these methods during our classes. Moreover, in IPC Center, we also compared some aspects of teaching among each other as we were hanging out with teachers from many European countries. We also had an opportunity to discuss some cases related to education and compare educational systems in those countries. When it comes to different ideas for lessons, there are dozens of them. As far as I'm concerned, my working conditions are very comfortable because I teach both English and vocational subjects. At school, I devote much time to the classes that major in hotel industry. That is why I can keep using these communication skills during my practical lessons. The method that we are about to show here is, for instance, a role play in a common hotel environment situation. Apart from that, when revising vocabulary, we may use so-called flashcards, which allow students to brush up a new vocabulary throughout the lessons. What is more, we communicate with each other through activities that teach students to ask and answer questions. A very attractive method is also a game called Pun, as students don't need to feel nervous during classes and they become more creative while acting out the actions represented by a new vocabulary. In addition, another good activity introduced during lesson is storytelling on the basis of already learned vocabulary. To sum up, there is an abundance of methods that we can apply in an effortless communication during English classes. Do takiej swobodnej komunikacji na lekcjach języka angielskiego.